welcome back. You're watching The Money Show on ET Now. Let's talk about the latest tranche of the sovereign gold bond scheme that has been released. And that's tranche 6, priced at, quite a lower price of about 5,117 rupees per gram. And if you buy it online, it'll be at 5,067 grams. Now, just remember, only 3-4 weeks ago, it was available. Well, prices rather of gold were at 55 or 100 rupees. So let's welcome back on board Mrin Agarwal. Mrin, is this price attractive? Do you think that viewers perhaps should go for the sovereign gold bond scheme's latest tranche?
Well, certainly you have to keep in mind that the price might have come off by 200 rupees and odd since the last 1 month. But remember, you're still buying at an all-time high. So if you are investing or if you are thinking of investing in the sovereign gold bond scheme, first and foremost, you need to check what is your exposure to gold in the overall portfolio. Typically, a 20% exposure to gold is recommended, and more than that is not recommended. So if you're already at 20%, then please, I would not suggest to invest more. But even then, if you do want to invest more in gold, certainly the SGB is a much more tax efficient way of taking exposure into gold. But be mindful of the high prices and the fact that liquidity is quite limited. Of course, you can sell through the exchange, but the liquidity is a little limited. So keep some of these factors in mind, that you are entering when the prices are pretty much at an all-time high.
Well, yeah, even if we may be 200 to 300 rupees off, but the prices are still at a bit of a high. So, that is something that you do need to take note of. So, Mrin, you mentioned liquidity could be a bit of a problem, but still, when you take all the other factors, you're still getting the 2.5% annual interest, right? Which maybe a gold ETF or any other form of gold will not give you. So, when you say that you should put maybe 10% or 15% of your portfolio in gold, would you recommend the entire bit be put through a sovereign gold bond scheme, or again, you should break it up or mix it up between the other forms of gold investments?
Well, I mean, it's always nice to have some amount of physical gold, and everybody wants to have some amount of physical gold with them. But certainly, if you're buying gold as an investment, or let's say to build security, which is what typically people buy it for, I would not recommend jewelry, because with jewelry, you're paying 25-30% as overhead charges, and it's just expenses, right? I mean, it's like paying 25 rupees for 100 rupees worth of purchase, which doesn't make sense at all. So even if you want to own physical gold, yes, of course, whatever jewelry you need for consumption, that's fine. But if you still like physical gold, then probably it's better to buy coins or bars. But yes, I would say a majority of the investment should be through the sovereign gold bond scheme.
So keep a majority in the sovereign gold bond scheme. But yeah, it's always, and any which ways, Mrin, we live in a society where we do end up getting as gifts, as blessings, some gold coins. So I think most of us do have our collection of little gold coins and, gold ornaments because of that reason. So I guess most of us are pretty sorted on that front. Mrin, gold prices are on an uptick. So I think the other question that people want to ask is, should they increase the percentage of gold they own in the portfolio? Like, we always say, right, you should have around 10 to 15%. Do you think that, right now that we are in this bull run of sorts for gold, do you think that, and now that, gold is a little lower, it's come off, right, a tad bit. Even, yes, it's still at record highs, but it's come off from there. Do you think this is an opportunity to lap up more gold in any form, ETF or in any other form?
Well, certainly the short-term prospects of gold looks really good. Especially, we also heard the US Fed announcement of having an easy policy, which really means that things are looking good for gold at this point in time. But I would still suggest that, just stick on to that balanced, have a balanced view of assets in your portfolio. And I actually believe that most people already have 15%, So from that perspective, I would really not suggest to invest more right now. Again, my coming back to this whole talk of this core and tactical allocations, right? It's very easy to do the allocations as such. So you might say, okay, gold is looking really good. Let me put in some money right now. It's very easy to do the tactical allocation, but what people don't do is the rebalancing. And that is why I still suggest that just stick on with your core allocations and go with that, because it's easy to get into something, but people seldom get out of it at the wrong time, because they're not sure whether it's going to go up or it's going to go down, and there'll be various other factors. So rebalancing is always a very tough thing for people to actually get around doing. And I would still then say that stick with the core allocations. If 15-20% is what I would go with, I would really not increase more than that. Yes, maybe if you're at 10%, maybe you increase it to 15%, but don't go overboard on it.
Rin, it's such a pleasure having you with us once again. Thank you so much with all your valuable advice, which I'm sure has benefited a lot of our viewers. Practically to be able to implement all of this advice as well. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up on The Money Show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to stay connected with us on The Money Show at easynow.tv.